The next of our formative activities is going to be learning how we can mix different types of blacks. Like I kind of referenced in the last exercise series, artists often try not to use just a straight black colored pencil when they're trying to add shadows and kind of value. Certainly sometimes a black pencil is totally what's needed, but black tends to not have a lot of vibrancy and interest. Instead, black can be mixed using combinations of other kind of colored pencils. So we're going to explore just two of these kind of recipes for making black, both a warm black and a more cool toned black. So in this, you're going to need to kind of set up what looks like a little Tetris piece. In class, we used the same little stencil, and then we just traced it to have one extra box. If you're at home, just freehand this. You want kind of basically 4 boxes that are the same rough size. This is going to kind of reference the 3 different colors coming together and all overlapping in that center box to create our cool black and our warm black. These are the specific names of the colored pencils that we're going to be looking for. You do have them in your set, but they are quite dark. The Tuscan red is probably the hardest one to find. You look for the brown section. It's quite dark. With this, it doesn't really matter where you start, but you do want to kind of err on the side of being too light because we can always darken it up, but you don't want to go too dark too quickly. Just like I've been doing, I'm going to kind of layer my shading both horizontally and vertically, lay down a layer of one of the colors. Oops, I totally did that in the wrong place. This was the dark green. I'll just change the labels after. Now I'm going to grab my indigo blue. I'll do this on the other side because I goofed. No problem. Now it doesn't matter where they are. It's just that all 3 are going to be coming together. So it's not going to be a problem at all. I'm going to layer my indigo blue on top. And then finally, I'm going to use the Tuscan red. And we would consider this kind of a cool black. And you'll see the difference between the warm black and the cool black. There is a lot of interest, even though the color that we're making is kind of a neutral and it's a dark value. You'll see there's a lot going on. There's a lot of complexity. There's a lot of vibrancy. It doesn't just kind of suck the life out of your drawing like a lot of artists who work extensively with colored pencils feel about using black. So once I've got all 3 of my colors in there, I'm just going to go back over with each one more time and just kind of keep layering them, making sure that each color is represented, that it's not looking too red or too blue or too green, but it is in fact a pretty equitable mix of those 3 different colors. So again, just to keep it consistent, I'm going to relabel these. So this was my dark green, and this was my indigo blue. Okay. So you can see, you know, that shade that we made in the middle is definitely reading as a dark black, but there's a lot of interest. It does tend to be on the kind of cooler side because of the colors that we use to make it. I'm now going to do another version of black. This one's going to tend to be a little bit warmer. And I'm going to try my best not to screw up my labels here. So I'm going to start. Again, it doesn't really matter where you start. Just start lighter than you think you'll need because it's nice to do this gradually and slowly. So this is my dark umber. It's a pretty dark, cool black or cool brown shade to start with. But on its own, it can feel a little flat as well. So we're going to mix in some olive green. And you can see right away, this is a pretty warm green. It's really warming up that flat brown that we started with. And then the third color is this Parma Violet. So again, I'm just going to kind of layer vertically, horizontally, so I have nice, smooth, even shading. And as needed, you can kind of go back over, deepen up or darken any of the colors. We want it to be a pretty equitable mix between the three kind of ingredients. And there you have it. Another version of certainly not pure black, but something that could be used in a drawing to add shading, value, depth, without just kind of being flat and monotone. If you were to kind of want to see the difference, you can take a black colored pencil and just do a little scribbling, right? This certainly is needed at times. That's a pure black, but you can see how it's very flat. It doesn't have the depth and interest that these two colors that we were able to mix have. So it can be a really good tool to kind of have in your repertoire to be able to add depth and interest in a drawing without always relying on just a black colored pencil.